Welcome to Hacking Web Applications in a Hacker Way video series video 5. In today's discussion we will look into fingerprinting. Fingerprinting is a very important technique in the course duration if you are performing a penetration testing on a live web server. In the previous video you all have seen the concepts of honeypot, how honeypot logs in all the connection when a remote user connects to a website or a web server. You cannot perform fingerprinting on live web servers before having acknowledgement and before having a proper permission from the website owners and the web administrators. So in today's discussion we will have three parts. First is we will have a brief description about what is fingerprinting and why it is required. Second is the demonstration, which I love to show you all. Demonstration and the hacking part is in the part 2, and in the third part we will be analyzing the outputs of our fingerprinting commands which we will send to our clients or customers or our target. So let's start. Let's have a very brief description. Actually, knowing the version and type of a running web server allows the testers to determine known vulnerabilities and the appropriate exploits to use during the testing course schedule and program, so that we can penetrate a particular web server or a website with much more effectiveness using the better exploits. If we know the web server running, what is the web server, what are its exploits, then we can perform a very good penetration testing. And this information, that is the output which is generated after sending the fingerprinting commands, can be derived by sending the web server specific commands and analyzing the output, as each version of web server software may respond differently to these commands. What this means is, whenever you send a command to a web server, there are various type of web servers. For example, Apache web servers, Microsoft IIS 5.0, 6.0 web servers, then you have Sun1 web servers, you have Netscape web servers, and a lot more web servers are there in the market today. There are various web server vendors, and each particular web server vendor has various versions of the same web server. So each and every web server replies differently on supplying a particular command. So we will see how we can analyze what type of a web server is responding to us on the basis of his reply. So let's start our demonstration. We will be using the Netcat tool, the Nmap tool, which is my favorite in port scanning. Next we will use the HTTP print software, which is both for Windows and Linux operating systems, and then we will use the Netcraft website for a proper information about a web server. So let's start our demonstration part. I hope you all have installed the Backtrack machine. Before moving further, I would like to show you all, I have performed an Nmap query. You can see this is the WAMP server and my application is running. The IP of my Windows 7 host operating system is 192.168.244.1. We can access it by typing 192.168.244.1, and you all can see a page is arrived, which is a fake Facebook page. It is a website, you all can mind it. It is just a website. It is not a phishing scam or anything like that. So now we will keep this 192.168.244.1 IP as our host IP where a web server is running. So how we can analyze it? I have just fired an nmap command. This is the command which I have fired, and it scanned all these particular ports. It analyzed that these ports are open on this particular web server. Next, the beauty is it performed various types of commands, all the port scans. This is a very good shown that it is the Apache HTTPD server. So here using the Nmap I found out that the server is Apache and the services is running and the port is open. Next I've got what is the title and what more in the website, what is running. These are the services and ports which are open. What are the things are running? MySQL, my Microsoft HTTP API. So you all can see how Nmap is a very good tool. It shows it is running Windows RPC so that we can exploit it using Metasploit. That's not like that. And it is a payload which is given to it. The device type is a general purpose running Microsoft Windows 7 and the operating system is Windows 7 Enterprise Edition, 2 hops, difficulty, incremental OS Windows. Here are some host scripts results which are very good. In BTstat, it find out the NetBIOS name is Sony Vaio, that is my computer name, the MAC address, workgroup Sony Vaio, and the operating system is Windows 7 Home Premium Service Pack 1, workgroup is this, system time is this, MySQL info is this. So a lot of information is extracted by Nmap. So you all can imagine how powerful Nmap tool is. So let's see a manual way of finding out the HTTP web server versions. What we can do is we can simply use Netcat and connect to our remote web server and can find out what is the response of a particular query. So what I will do is NC 192.168.244.1 over the port 80 is the command which is issued. Now what I'll do is I'll simply type http/1.0 is a request for which I will get a response. How simply it may take some time, but so I can show you in a different manner. That is, if you type in head/http/1.0, you will get a response like this, that yes, 200 is the response code, it is okay, it is last modified. Here you will get more responses in which the server ID is mentioned. Here is a typical response which you can get from various web servers. It shows that it is a server, Apache server, content type is this, client date is this. Various other web servers which are Microsoft IIS 6.0 and Sun1 and Netscape, they differ in the replies. So we cannot find out accurately what a web server is, what web server is running at the other end. And what more we can see is these server names can be obfuscated, that is, they can be modified to fool out the attackers and to fool out the testers. So let's look it in more details. How can we identify it accurately? So to identify the web servers running at the remote end accurately, we need a tool known as HTTP print. It is a very good tool. It comes in both the formats for Windows 32, Windows 64, as well as for the Linux operating systems and Linux kernel. So let's exploit it. First we will use it using the command line. What we can do is /http print. It is already enabled in Backtrack. It is in the pentest /enumeration/www directory http print Linux, and here I can fire the command h. This is the web server which is running 244.1, and I will use a signatures.txt. What is the role of this signatures.txt file is it has pre-written signatures which we can use to match the output which we get from the HTTP command, and then we can identify on the basis of confidence that yes, on the basis of matching, the resultant web server is this particular web server. We can see it by just press enter, and here we can see a fingerprinting is executed, fingerprint on this, and voila, we have got this result. what we got is a banner reported is Apache 2.2.1 and PHP 5.3.8, and the banner deduced is this. The score is 135 and the confidence is 81.33%. What is the confidence is the signature file matched the resultant output with Apache 2.0, Apache 1.3, Apache 1.3, and here is the scorecard and here is the confidence level on the particular Apache 1.3.27 when matched to the resultant output generated by the HTTP print. So here we got that the Apache server is running on this particular website. We can modify our result and we can use various other websites and those particular websites on which we are performing a penetration testing. So now you all know how to use the HTTP print command. Here you can identify the web server and then you can open the Metasploit framework and fire the all those exploits which are related to Apache web server. We can use this on Windows as even. This is the HTTP print which we can use on Windows. Here is the input file, here is the signature file. What we can do is here we can write the host ID, port and what is, and just play start and can get what web server is running at the other end. Suppose we do not get or we found some problems. Here is a very good online tool known as Netcraft website, which shows all the information about what server is running and a lot more things and a lot more stuff. What we can do is just simply typing the name of the website and pressing enter, we can get a lot of information about the web servers. And here you can see the site is this. Here is the domain IP, that is it is on Cloudflare because Cloudflare gives this type of IP. Another site we can, here it is, and these are the IP. The operating system which is running is Linux. The web server is the Google web server, and these are the changes incorporated. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Fingerprinting is a very good technique because before fingerprinting you cannot exploit your target very easily or very effectively. So what I want to tell you all is keep practicing on these particular exercises and you all may get a very good result of fingerprinting. And in the next more videos we'll be hacking more of the systems. So try these stuff. Do not try these on live web servers because you all may get caught. Make your own laboratory, make your own setup and perform and exploit these techniques and just learn what new can be done. So please give comments and feedbacks. I hope now this is the 5th video and you all may get to know something about how web application works and how we can start hacking the web applications. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned and a lot more stuff is going to come. You will enjoy definitely. So thank you and have a nice day.